Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen.
I was born and raised in the South, in a city, and now I live in the Midwest on a farm, and I love it. Other things I love are Jesus, my family, and everything food. I'm so glad you decided to join me today.
Hey y'all, happy April. I don't love pranks. And so I've never thought of April Fool's Day as a time to pull a prank. My sweet parents, who have been married 63 years, they got engaged on April Fool's Day all those years ago. So I always think of it like that. And y'all, I'm so glad that Rick knew that I wouldn't like to ever be pulled a prank upon. Is that right? Pulled upon a prank. I would never like to be pranked. What's the grammar? Where's Miss Corden when I need her? She was one of my favorite English teachers in high school at Pulaski Academy. I don't even know if she watches the show, but she would be able to tell us which grammar to use. I love Nebraska in the spring because you never know what kind of weather you're going to get. Yesterday it was sunny and springy and gorgeous, and today it is rainy and windy and cold. I love all the weather, but on this cold day we're going to make an easy, yummy snack that you're going to love. My precious daughter Madeline celebrates Easter all month of Easter because she and Blake have decided for their family and their kids, they want to celebrate Easter bigger than Christmas. And as believers, we should. I mean, Jesus came on Christmas, but he rose from the grave on Easter. I'm tearing up, and this isn't even my Easter show. I got to pull it together. But one of the things Madeline did this Easter month was she had an Easter celebration tea party for Rain and one of her little friends. And it was just precious. And so it got me thinking of tea party food. And this is a perfect little tea party food or anytime food. Today we're gonna make brown sugar cookies. Let me show you what you'll need.
Brown sugar, flour, and butter.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited about making these tea party cookies with y'all. I love a good tea party, and tea parties you can make whatever you love, but these little brown sugar cookies are just precious and would go adorably with any tea parties you have. I love food in small portions because you feel like you're getting more, and I don't know, it seems like it's better for you somehow. I don't know. You get satisfied more quickly. These could just be rules I'm making up. We're gonna start off with our Hudson and Henning bowl. Hi, precious nephews, Hudson and Henning. One thing I love about these cookies is that there are just 3 ingredients. Just 3. Butter, brown sugar, flour. That's it. And you can make these in a food processor, but I'm just going to use a mixer today, a hand mixer, because the food processor, I'm not up to cleaning. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever think, I don't know if I'm going to get out my bread maker because it's going to be a lot of cleaning. And y'all know my bread maker is not a real bread maker. It's just a Bosch mixer, which is amazing. And I love Bosch. I love my Bosch mixer. And at times I do a 1-pot dinner because it's 1 pot. So 1 stick of butter. And y'all know I love salted, but for example, my sweet mama, I love you mom, cannot have salt with her IC. So she uses unsalted, and I know some people prefer an unsalted butter taste. I love salted butter. Speaking of my precious mother, she gave me these cute little cups, and I think of her every time. I love you, sweet mama. Mwah! Love you so much. We had such a fun conversation this week on the phone. I hope y'all call your mothers on a regular basis. Not just text them, but you do whatever works for you. And 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And y'all, are these not the cutest things? These were given to me by my precious daughter Lillian, and you know, she and Berger live here about a mile away. Oh, it just makes my heart burst because I'm so happy they're so close. And she gave me these little chicken ones. Actually, she and Berger incubated. They incubated maybe 24 eggs of all different varieties, and I believe all hatched except for 3, and that was super cool. Anyway, I think of precious Lillian. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I love you, Lillian. Now I'm going to mix these, and you could, again, use a food processor if you have the oomph to clean it afterwards. And I know I put mine in the dishwasher. I actually don't use anything that I can't put in the dishwasher. That's kind of my part of my decluttering motto. Okay, y'all, I was trying to mix these with my hand mixer, and they don't work that well with a hand mixer. So I'm going to get out my cutter. Be right back. Y'all know I have 2 cutters, so I'm just going to use the one that I think will work. This is pretty sturdy. This has a wider grip. whatever you think. I use both of these. I know Dana K. White, one of my favorite declutter experts, says that if you don't use something or if you have a double of something, you probably should get rid of it if you don't use it. But I use these, so, and I have enough room now that I've decluttered to keep two. I've decided on this one. Okay, so, my right shoulder, I found out after my MRI, was frayed. Not torn. Praise you, Lord. I'm so thankful it's not torn. So I am becoming more ambidextrous. I can do a lot of things with my left hand now. And last week when I was at a baby shower for precious daughter Savannah and her soon to be born precious baby girl Zoe, I was able to use my left hand, and I told Rick, I said, I feel like I need to lift weights on my left side this week to not lose any of that muscle I gained last week for holding Charlie. It was the best. Kind of a doer. I like to do things, and I feel like that I have more energy than my shoulder will allow. So I'm thinking, what is God trying to tell me? He never wastes anything we go through. So be it pain or whatever it is, he'll never waste it. And he always teaches us things from it. And so I'm excited to see what he's teaching me. Then I'm gonna get out the little 8x8 baking dish that I borrowed from my sweet mother-in-law, Pam. Hi, Pam, I love you. I still have not returned it to her. She's been here many times and I've been there. I will return this if she ever has need of an 8x8, but she is pretty well stocked in her kitchen and she's an amazing cook. And I have been the recipient of that for many years and I'm so thankful. And parchment paper, my precious daughter Madeline never measures with parchment. She just sticks it in, put your parchment in there, and we're gonna press that dough in this 8x8. Okay, I tried pushing it in, and I think maybe I could do it better with a banana bread pan, but I caved and just cut it a little bit. Baby steps. So I'm gonna put this in here. Okay. I mashed it up a little bit more because there were some giant butter pieces in there. Feel free to do the same. Okay, now press it. Once it's pressed, refrigerate it for 15 minutes. Then you're gonna take them out of the fridge and just cut them into little rectangles. And then we're gonna put them on this cookie sheet. They don't have to be that straight. Remember, my sweet mom always says, if it's not perfect, it makes it interesting. I've never forgotten that. Savannah's and Miles and Charlie's little church in Franklin is just wonderful. Theologically, they are right on. I took so many notes on Sunday when I was there, and Saturday is when they gave the shower. And this is for a second baby, and I asked Savannah, do they give showers for all the babies? There'd be a lot of showers. I mean, I'm for all the parties, don't get me wrong. And she said, well, since we've been attending there, this is our first baby. So that's what they do, and it's wonderful. And the ladies there were so dear. It was great. Okay. Ooh. Now I'm going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Look how gorgeous these are, y'all. And they smell so good. And 3 ingredients. Woo. Y'all, thanks so much for being with me today and making some brown sugar cookies. Y'all have a great week. Don't forget to thank Jesus and enjoy. See you next time.